Okay, inside this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some repair rituals that you can ultimately implement into your repair ritual. Before I get into the rituals themselves, let me just explain the golden hours, because the golden hours are the hours before 12 a.m. And what they refer to are the hours where you're going to set your body up for good quality sleep. So not only getting some shut eye before 12 a.m., but also doing things that wind you down, because if you're preparing your body for stress or you're doing stuff that prepares your body for the day, then you're not going to go to bed and you're not going to get restful sleep. You may sleep, but it'll be a lot of tossing and turning, a lot of rapid eye movement. You'll get a lot of that dream state sleep and not necessarily go deep into that reparative sleep. So as you can see there on the screen, we've got a clock. Okay, the golden hours, like I mentioned earlier, were these hours here. Okay, so the more sleep that you can get before 12, the better. So if you're pushing your bedtime to like 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m., 11 p.m., then you're playing with fire in terms of your metabolism. If you can bring that back a little bit, then you're going to help to improve and repair your metabolism and find that you're waking up with more energy. Okay, this won't happen overnight, but it will eventually happen. Now, physical repair actually occurs between 10 and 2. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to highlight this quadrant over here. And finally, the mental repair, well, that happens between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. Okay, it says 6 p.m. on the screen, but that's 6 a.m. once you get around the clock again. So it's vitally important that you are getting as much sleep as you can with those two quadrants there. If you want to get the physical benefits and the mental benefits from eating well and exercising, then you need to make sure that you're setting your body up for restful sleep using the golden hours on that clock there. So what you can do is, first of all, read. This is my favorite one, because you're essentially going to stop that voice inside your head because of having somebody else's dialogue in your head. And a lot of mums will often say to me, when my head hits the pillow, my mind races. I'm thinking about what I could have done better throughout the day. I'm thinking about what I've got on tomorrow. I'm thinking about my daughter and the trouble that she's having at school. I'm thinking about my baby and having to drop her off at Regan, let's say our daycare, but these are the conversations that I have with Megan, right? And that's all the stuff that goes through your head. So what I found, especially with Megan, reading has been really beneficial. It wasn't something that she gravitated towards. In fact, she tried a few things before she started reading, but ultimately reading was the one thing that stuck. She would classify herself as a non-reader before all of this. So eventually, out of the whole process, she actually became a reader, and she's now killing two birds with one stone. She's upskilling in a lot of different areas through reading, and she's also making sure she's getting quality sleep. Now, how long should you read for before bed? About 15 minutes. Okay, 10 to 15 minutes before bed. What it does is it provides a barrier between stimulation, so watching TV on your phone, on a screen, and you actually going to bed. So it allows your eyes to adjust, it allows your brain chemistry to shift back into repair mode, and all of that good stuff. So the first repair ritual is reading. If you're not much of a reader, or you don't really have anything that you want to read right now that you're excited about, the next thing you can do is meditate. So meditation is fantastic. It doesn't have to be you sitting with your legs crossed and your fingers pinched together and closing your eyes. Meditation can be done doing any daily activity. It can be done when you're just lying there in bed. You can go and have a bath and put some nice candles on, and you can meditate in the bath. You can meditate in the shower and just focus on the water running down your back, and having some you time. Okay, you can meditate. I don't want to go to the kitchen here, but you can meditate washing the dishes. You can meditate in various areas of your life, as long as what you're doing is you're focusing on the thing that you're doing and you're not thinking about anything else. So what you'll find is, if you are doing your daily chores once the kids have gone to bed, you may be thinking and having conversations in your head at the same time as doing them. Right? You're trying to multitask and manage, and it lifts your state and heightens you. So the real key here is to just focus on one thing and do that one thing and be present in that moment. If you're not much of a meditator, then you can use guided meditation. This is something that Megan used to somewhat of a good effect when she first started improving her sleep, and she would YouTube guided meditations or go on Spotify for some guided meditations. And she'd get some really good ones that would help her reteach herself to relax and go to sleep and drift off. And often she'd put them on, and I would just go out like that. Lights would go out for me, and then we'd wake up and the guided meditation will have finished. The phone would still be on, but it's next to the bed. Okay, so these are some repair rituals. Some other repair rituals are having conversations, talking. Okay, phones and TVs have only really been inside of our lifestyles for a very small percentage of time, 0.1% of the total time that we've been on Earth. So humans have actually been on the planet and talked before bed for much longer than a TV or a screen. So obviously, much better for us. Have a conversation with your loved one. Have a conversation with someone on the phone. Do something that doesn't require you to look and stare at a screen.